Good evening, lovely tubers. White Mexican back again for another video tonight. I apologize, did not upload a video yesterday. It's been my goal for quite some time now to try to upload some content every single day. Unfortunately, not so unfortunately, today is a very, very special video that I'm featuring today, and I wanted to take my time, make sure I got all my content, gather my thoughts, and I really just wanted to present a really good quality, nice video for you guys, because today theme is Dark World. I love Dark World so much. It was one of my very first loves when I came back to the game in 2012. And ever since Gates of the Underworld structure deck came out, it's just been a very, very great passion of mine. And amongst other decks, it has a very, very special place in my heart. So I have tons and tons of tabs and cards to go through, all supporting Dark World, all these plethoras of ideas and cards I want to feature. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. So starting off, one thing I really, really appreciate and respect and love about Dark World is you can turbo the hell out of your deck. You can just draw, and it's really insane. You can turbo through your deck really, really fast. And a big reason of that is because level 8s. You have tons of level 8, which is also my favorite XYZ's rank 8. So you can have plenty of opportunity for rank 8 plays. There's some really busted rank 8s out there for XYZs, and then also there's a lot of cards like Trade-In, Advanced Draw, and a whole bunch of other stuff you can use to pitch your level 8s, and it's just great draw power. So the first option for that is going to be Archfiend Emperor, the First Lord of Horror. There is a couple different versions here. Original print is a rare from Judgment of Light, but I want to look at the highest rarity here, which is going to be the Judgment of Light Deluxe Edition, Special Edition Ultra Rare. These are super, super cheap. They're like, it looks like under even, 20 cents here. It's insane. Again, this is the highest rarity. This is really cool because you can bust it out. You can summon it normal summon and go into a rank 8 place. Just bust out a rank 8 instantly. Have a level 8 here. And again, it's a dark, it's a fiend, and it's a level 8. So this is an alert target, alert darkness target. This is a trading target. This is advanced draw target. Plus, you can give you rank 8s, and it's ideal. It's ideal for the engine that I'm talking about here. Super cheap, like under a quarter, all across the board, and there's 5+ pages. Moving on, I'm gonna close these out to try to save time here. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so this is a new card from Ignition Assault, Abominable Unchained Soul. So this is actually a brand new archetype that came out. There's not too many cards that are out there supporting it right now. This is the only one that I think is worth running. You can pause the effect. The effect is really, really good, especially in Dark World. It's a 3K beater. It's a fiend. It's a dark. It's a level 8. Artwork is a little funky, but this is like I would tech maybe one of these in. I think it's a really great card and has potential to be put into Dark World definitely. All across the board, first editions are about a quarter, and there's 5+ pages, so it's really, really easy and attainable to get this card. I apologize, I'm going to be going pretty fast because, again, I have so many cards I want to feature, and my computer's been running like slower than a bag of cats, and it's been pretty ridiculous. Okay, so this next card's going to be kind of obscure. There's all these different versions, of course. Everyone wants to talk about the highest rarity, which is going to be the original Generation 1 print Secret Rares from Invasion of Chaos. Really legendary, awesome. Dual monster set here. So no one really thinks about playing this card. Only reason I thought about this is back in the day, like when Sky Striker's really predominant with all our quick play match cards, basically just shuts it down. It's like a floodgate on legs. It's a level 8 Dark Fiend, 29 attack, pretty good. Gotta be creative about how you bust this out because you're not going to tribute 2 to bust this out. That's just too much work. Let's see here. Let's try to find some first editions. No first editions on the first page or the second page. Also, I think this is a really great collector's card if you're not even going to try to mix it in with whatever you want to mix it in. May not even be Dark World. This is a Dark World themed video, so this is why I'm showcasing it. It's about $5. $5 for the first edition. So definitely awesome artwork and definitely going to be part of the collector's market soon enough. Next card, Belial, Marquis of Darkness. This card is really, really great. It actually came common in the structure deck. This is the original print from Phantom Darkness, another really amazing set. It came as a secret rare, and this card is really, really great. You want to pause the video, read this. I don't have time to go through all the effects of all the different cards, but this is pretty good. Stand alone, find a way, get creative, specials out. Again, Dark level 8, Fiend, 28 beater. And first editions are going to be a couple dollars. I wish this was a little bit cheaper because it's still like a very unknown card. There's one for about $3 here. and then they jump up to straight up 6. So some people actually have already bought these since the last time I've covered this. But this is one of the MVPs. I think this is a really, really good card that no one really thinks about putting in Dark World, but I think it's pretty great if you can find a creative way to bust it out. Artwork is phenomenal too, and it's an old school secret rare, so who knows? Maybe a collectability is on the horizon for that. Cursed Necrofear. So unfortunately, this card is really, really expensive. As you can see, it's about $18. It makes sense. It's a solo print from a Legendary Duelist set. This is really cool. If you want to pause the video, it has a really cool recycle effect for your removed Fiend cards. It's pretty great. It's got really cool artwork too. I've always loved the Dark Necrofear artwork, and this is kind of just a play off that. Next is going to be the OG Dark Necrofear. We have amazing artworks of this, like the Dual Terminal Rare, which I'm going to go into really quick. Of course, you have the Labyrinth of Nightmare Generation 1 first editions, which are pretty expensive now just because it's really, really old. And again, I'm not really a big fan of Ultra Rares, but when it comes to old school Generation 1 stuff, first edition, it looks very, very nice, and it's very expensive because it's old now. For the Dual Terminal Rares, these are really nice too. These are about 2.5 or less than 2.5, and there's still 2 pages left of this, so this is definitely still available. There also is a Secret Rare promo, which definitely would be second runner-up to this Dual Terminal Rare. Ideally, you want to go for this one. I think this is the best one for the value and price. I would go for this one, but then, of course, there's the Master Collections Volume 1, which is another fantastic set. I really suggest you guys check out Master Collections Volume 1 and Volume 2. They have really awesome Secret Rare promos. And this is just like a quarter all across the board, and then barely goes to $1 at that. And there's 3 pages left of this. So this is another fantastic choice. Again, 22, Fiend, level 8, Dark, just all across the board. It's just an amazing target for that turbo engine that is Dark World. Moving on, Umbridge, the Elemental Lord. This is a solo print super rare from Cybernetic Horizon. This is just the Fiend Dark version of the Elemental Lords here. It's got a pretty cool effect. It's got a nice searcher effect, and then, you can just bust it out. It's kind of like a dad effect. You can just summon it with 5 darks in your grave, and it's 28 beater. When you have gates on, even goes up past that. It's super cheap. This is like really, 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 really cheap. It's like a dime less, even less, and there's plenty in the market. 5 pages, so you're not going to have any hard times getting that. Next card is the Suppression Pluto. This is a solo print secret rare from Dragons of Legend Unleashed. You can pause the video here. Pretty cool effect. Again, as you'll see with all these tabs here, these are specifically the level 8s that are Dark Fiends, so they all just go perfect with every single engine that I mentioned, like how I run my Dark World builds. So it's all up to you guys, how you guys want to run really good choices, though. And this is like less than $1, about $1 if you want to factor in shipping. All first edition, there's 5+ pages of this. Next card is going to be Legendary Maju Garzette. This is really, really cool. Unfortunately, both are common prints. Might as well go for the original print first editions from Secret of Eternity. This set is slowly going up in value. There's never really been, everyone hated this set and always thought it was, garbage. But I'm surprisingly, as time goes on, I'm seeing there's a lot of, random cards that are, becoming really good and gaining great value. And this is, there's a 42 of right here, Sun Valley Gaming, for a dime. So super, super easy to get, and just another awesome, fantastic artwork, too. Just really, really great artwork, and just meets all the whole criteria for the turbo engine. Demise King of Armageddon, of course, is the ultimate rare. So this is like a collector's card. Now, it's got a really killer effect. This is the only ritual card that I'm showcasing, but because it just meets the stats of what I'm looking for, level 8 Dark Fiend, all that stuff for this particular set of cards. And, of course, there's other versions, but this being the highest rarity, it's pretty expensive. It jumps off to about 26, then just continues on after that. Only 1 page left of this. Really killer artwork, really awesome effect, and definitely a collector's card by now. Okay, going into some rank 8s. So those are all level 8s. A lot of spamming of level 8, so you can get tons of rank 8 plays. Number 22, Zombie Sign. This is awesome. There's a super rare reprint and rate, the special edition. But of course, you guys want to check out the ultra rare manga promo. These are a little bit more pricey, but it's a rarity update, so it's completely up to you guys what you guys want to do. And these are, they're about $6, $7. Then they go up after that. Again, it is a manga promo, so pretty difficult to get. And you can pause effect, really awesome. Just another rank 8 choice, fantastic. Next card is going to be Heliopolis Heretic Dragon. If my internet wants to load, we'll see if we'll have to come back to that. We'll come back to that one. The next card is going to be number 38, Hope Hardware Dragon Titanic Galaxy. Unfortunately, we still got some pretty obscure prices for this card. I personally do like, even though I really don't like premium gold, there is some cards, the secret gold, that look really, really good. The name looks really garbage, but this is a really awesome rank 8, probably by far a lot of players' favorite rank 8s because it can negate magic cards, and it's a 3K beater. Pretty awesome. And then, of course, we have the Cybernetic Horizon Special Edition Super Rare, which is a pretty nice reprint that we got there. I'm not going to go too further into this because, again, I'm trying to save some time here. Next is going to be number 68, Centifoid, the Sky Prison. You can pause the video. This has kind of an obscure effect. It's solo print tin promo from 2017 Megatins. It's really cheap, but this is just another cool alternative for a rank 8. The next one is going to be number 23, Lancelot. This is a really, really great card, too. There's the Breakers of Shadow reprint special edition and a manga promo ones, ultra rare, which are also, about $8. These are both really cool. I'm going to go into this really quick because I want to show you the effect. The effect is really awesome. You can pause the video, read the effect. Pretty dual purpose, and this is it's just an all around pretty solid rank 8. It wouldn't be my first choice, but if you have room, it's definitely a good rank 8 to have a utility. And it's about $8 all across the board. 2 pages left of this card. Next card is going to be number 15, Gimmick Puppet. There's been slow hype trickling down with this card. Pretty cool artwork. It's got awesome burn and destruction effect. Its attack is really weak, but it's just another, if you have room for it, again, it's a great utility card for your rank 8 plays, and it's about $8 and then trickles up after that. Only 2 pages left of this. This is also a solo print secret rare from Number Hunters. Didn't really see a lot of any play for that. Next is going to be some Galaxy Eye stuff. There's a combo where you can basically do 2 rank 8s. You can bust out one of these. I personally prefer the Dragons of Legends of Least secret rare versions, which are really expensive, like 15 plus. You can see here. There's another combo where there's like a level 10 or a level 9 where you can just stack on top of it. I believe it's this one, Cypher Blade Dragon. So you have your 2 rank 8 monsters, and again, I'm mentioning all these rank 8s because Grapha is on rank 8. If you're familiar with Dark World and their engines and kind of how they play playstyle, you basically just spam Graphalas, dump them in the grave, special summon, bounce one back, and you just get rank 8 plays for days, especially with all these other level 8 techs that I'm showing you guys. So you basically have 2 level 8s, you bust out Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon, and then you can use the effect or just save the materials, and you can bust Galaxy Eye Cypher Blade Dragon on top of it, which has a really cool effect too. Obscurely enough, this card is really expensive. It's a solo print from Battles of Legends, Relentless Revenge. I wouldn't necessarily maybe use it in Dark World. It's just another rank 8 that I thought was really peculiar and had a really cool continuous effect that was really, really nice. Also, by the way, just a quick fun fact. These look gorgeous. The Galaxy Eyes Photons, original OGs, the Ghost Rares and Ultimate Rares, they're like ungodly expensive right now because Photon Shockwave is really, really old now, and these are really high rarities, but these just look beautiful. I really, really wish I would have picked these up a long time ago when they were significantly cheaper because these are obviously collector cards now. Not only in this set, Galaxy Eyes in general is just a really cool archetype decor in general. Next is going to be number 88, Gimmick Puppet Leo. So you don't have to use Gimmick Puppets for this. This is one of the very rare XYZ monsters for Gimmick Puppet that you don't actually have to use Gimmick Puppets. It's just a generic 3 level 8s. So a little hard to stack, but then again, you can pause this effect. Basically, in 3 turns, you win the duel. So I thought that was kind of like an interesting alternative of winning. So, and then there's I think a super rare reprint, and then this is the Ultra Shonen Jump promo, which is about $4-ish, $5 all across the board, and then it goes to 2. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And one of the last ones here is going to be Divine Dragon Fitzgerald, or Felgrand, I'm sorry, but it is not wanting to load, so I'm going to do this really quick, see if I can salvage these last 2 so I can showcase them for you. I apologize that I have to do this while I'm recording, but unfortunately I've been trying to figure out, my C drive is all jacked up, and like nothing, Walmart, Best Buy, Target, I cannot buy a new laptop. Everyone's out of laptops because this whole COVID-19 thing, and it's pretty lame, but it is what it is. It's the world we're living in right now. So right now I've got to make do with what I have. So there is a Ghost Rare, of course, which is really expensive, definitely going up in collector's value, pretty awesome. And the Ultimate Rare, there's also a couple Secret Rares that are pretty nice. Really quick, I'm just going to click on the Ultimate Rare just to have you guys get an idea. You can pause the video, read its effect, pretty good. It's a rank 828. Really cool artwork too. And again, this is an ultimate rare, so it starts off at about almost 30, and of course the ghosts are going to be up there too. So just really quick, wanted to showcase that. You guys can dig into that a little further if you want. One of my all-time favorites besides Hope Harbor is Heretic Sundragon Overlord Heliopolis. This is an amazing, probably one of my favorite rank 8s, right up there with Hope Harbor. This card is great. You can tribute cards from your hand. It's a mass destruction card. It's a light dragon, 3,000. Only takes 2 level 8s. Really great card. There's 2 secret rare prints, only 2 prints, both secret rare. A secret rare tin promo, which it came with its own tin. It was orange and black, and it looked really, really great. This is, of course, the original prints from Galactic Overlord, and these prices people have been catching on to this card. It definitely wasn't this price. It's starting to trickle up. It's about $6 for the first edition, and jumps to about 7 plus, and there's 3 pages left of this. Alright, moving on. So these are not going to be Fiend, but these aren't going to be Fiend monsters, but these are going to be level 8. And the majority of them, some of them are not, but the majority of them are going to be darks. So they're going to be your Lure of Darkness targets, they can be your Advanced Draw targets, or your trading targets. So a classic, this used to be used back in the day to defend your gates, field magic card, as well as just a quick summon to bust out a rank 8. You get a quick level 8 if you have a graph on board. You can bust this out and you can go for your rank 8 plays really quickly. There's a super rare 10 promo, and there's original print from the Shonen Jump magazine's ultra rare promo, which is honestly, it's a little nicer, a little bit has more collectability. Ultra rare is about $3 across the board, trickles up after that, and then there is 2 pages of this. Next is going to be Lava Golem. So this is a fire, so it's not a dark. It is a fiend though, so you can remove it for the gates effect. It is also a level 8, so you can go into your place for that. Also can be used as a hand trap and a burn damage. So if you're late in the game, you just need to burn your opponent out. If you can resist these giant swings of 3k, it's a pretty great card. There's super rare versions, and my personal best version would be the original first edition secret rares from Front Guardian, as well as the Duel Form 3 super rares. I reviewed this card not too long ago, and I think a couple of videos back, so I'm not going to go too in depth with these, but I would definitely research these two. These are the best rarities, and these are just great collector's cards in general. Amazing artwork and just great playability. Not even in Dark World alone, you can mix it in with a lot. Definitely up there in the hand trap realm. Next is going to be Orbital Hydrolander. This is came out of Code of the Duelist as a common. I'm not going to really go into this again because it's common. There's 2 prints. It's really, really cheap. Just find yourself some first editions. Well, really quick, I'm going to click on it. In case you guys want to pause the video, read its effects. Pretty good. It is a dark, and it's a level 8 3k beater. So, of course, you're going to get your turbo effects, material fodder, and also alert fodder. And it's a level 8 again, as with most of the themed cards in this. So, there's going to be 3 danger cards that we have so far. They're all level 8. So, XYZ plays and fodder for your turbo engine, depending on what engines you're playing for draw power. These are all both pretty expensive. Really don't like the ultra rare reprints from the Megatins, but I mean, it's the only reprint that we got so far. So, this is probably the ideal choice. The other 2 level 8s I really don't like because they're kind of a little more situational, where monster destruction is a little more predominant in this meta, and it always kind of will be. Bigfoot is definitely more the ideal choice. But there is Thunderbird for the Magic Trap removal, which is still pretty expensive too. And there is also Ogopogo, which has really, really fantastic artwork. I love everything about this artwork, except for its big, dumb eyes. It's got like some Asperger eyes. I don't know what's going on here, but it's like, it looks really stupid. But the teeth and like the beach and the water and like the moonlight and like the little troops here is really, really cool. Solo print from Savage Strike. I guess it came out as an ultra rare, so it's kind of interesting. First editions are going to be about $3+ all across the board, 5+ pages, so definitely plenty of availability for this. Next, surprisingly enough, is going to be Chaos Dragon 11 year. Of course, we have the Ultimate Rare, which is pretty expensive. This crap reprint, altered version, which just looks like a bag of asses. I really don't like this at all. I don't know if they were like on pot when they made this. I like the OG original ones, Secret Rares from Soul Fusion. Those are my personal favorite print. And these are still pretty pricey. These have always been pretty pricey. This is just a great card. You can has an option to summon it by removing only dark monsters from play. It's got a pretty killer effect for doing that. It's a level 8 dark, and it's also a 3k beater, so it flows really, really well with the engine depending on what you're playing. Starts off at about $14 for the first editions, and there's 5 pages left for this card. Next card is going to be one of my favorites, the Dark Creator. There is, common, super rare, Battles of Legend, or Raging Battles super rare promo, which is really cool. I want to talk about the original OG Secret rare from Phantom Darkness. This is definitely a collector's card by now. It's got a really cool effect. It's kind of got a dad effect for summoning. And it's kind of like a recycling Monster Reborn to say. Only thing kind of sucks about this is it's pretty weak for a level 8. It's only 23. It's got a fat ass of 3k though. And it's interesting how it's a Thunder. You don't really see a lot of dark Thunders. Thunder's usually light, so it's cool how it's a dark. Let's go ahead and see if we can dig out the first editions. Maybe on the first page. No first editions on the first 2 pages. Or, okay, so the first edition is going to be about 11 bones. So yeah, this is definitely trickling into the collector's market because it's not super expensive, but it's also not really cheap either. It's really old. There's very limited decks you can play this in, but it's a really cool deck card. I really like it a lot. Next card is going to be a German named card, Schwarzenchild Limit Dragon. Limit Dragon. This there is two common prints. This is original print. Go get yourself first edition original print. You can pause video. It's basically just a summon condition. It's just to bust out a level 8 dark. 2000 really doesn't really matter. This is just to go bust out a rank 8 play. Next is going to be Hero Plasma, Destiny Hero Plasma. There's different versions. This is the highest rarity. The secret rare is really nice. This has always kind of been pricey, and it's been going, increasing in price over time. Of course, the Destiny Hero, it's a really good card too. There's 4 pages of this. Again, like a dark rank 8, a level 8, and it's got a really good effect too. And if you ever, again, so you'll notice like there's some big boss monsters from other archetypes I'm putting in here. Dark World is very splashable. I love the engine. I love the turbo drop power of it. And it's really diverse and you can mix it with a lot of stuff. So like zombies, if you want to try. To this day, I haven't successfully blended full on like zombie horde zombies with Dark World. I'm still trying to like kind of crack the code on this. But again, this is another fantastic level 8 dark. It's got a really cool effect if you have Zombie World. So, and this is a solo print again. Zombie Horde, like as I said before, all the stuff in this structure deck is going up crazy in value. So when structure decks first come out, I really highly recommend if you guys have the funds, go on eBay, go online, buy a couple cases first edition, hold them sealed, and if for all of them are going to go up for just like sealed product in general and collectability. But it's these really big decks like Dark World, Shadal's, Structure Deck Layer of Darkness, and Zombie Horde that are really popular fan favorite decks, and they just go up and naturally merit because people like them. Sometimes it takes them forever to get reprinted, and they're just really good cards. Anyway, Darkness Diablos. This is an amazing card. This is another archetype that I'm trying to blend in because of all the virus cards, and it just goes really well with the theme of Dark World. And there's a lot of cool support cards here. This is about $3-ish before I factor in shipping, and there's about 5 pages left of that. So this really quickly, just a quick scan. This is the actual Gates of the Underworld structure deck. This is what it originally came in. This is all the stuff right here. You can see there's some common versions, reprint versions of some of the cards that I showcase in their higher original print rarities. Next is going to be Dark Armed Dragon. Everyone pretty much knows what this does. This is a really awesome card. I didn't know. I guess apparently he got a XYZ. That's pretty cool. Anyway, there's the ultimate rares, which are like ungodly expensive. There is the Phantom Dark Secret Rares first editions, which are really expensive too. What I would recommend is you get the updated Secret Rares with the level stars and the attribute right here. From Legendary Collection Kaiba. This is still very cheap, and this I think this even looks better than the original Phantom Darkness. Obviously, the Phantom Darkness is going to have more collectability, harder to get. They're older. These look fantastic though. Like I bought these left and right. These are really cheap. Dark Armed Dragon is completely unlocked. I'm pretty sure, to my understanding, it's still really awesome too. The gold version, Dual Saga, are pretty great, but it's not going to come anywhere near the Legendary Collection Secret. That's my all-time favorite one so far. Ultimate looks great, but it's just unattainable. Its price is just ridiculous right now. Fabled Raven is going to be next. So there's the Secret Rares from Duelist Revolution, which is really great. There's also a Dual Terminal 7 Common, which is really great. These are the 2 ones that I would recommend. Really quickly, I'm going to go into the Secret Rare versions. This has slowly been trickling up. For the longest time, this card was so cheap. It was like $2, $3. I have a couple first edition prints myself. This goes to about $7, and then it goes up to about $9, almost $9, and there's 4 pages left of this. Really quickly, let's take a look at if you don't want to pay $9, there's the dual terminal version, which I think is almost as good. It's not quite as good as the first edition Secret original print, of course, but the dual terminal, I love dual terminal. I love all the dual terminal cards. The rarities are really great. And this is like under $1 all across the board. 3 pages left of this, so this is definitely a healthy alternative for a you know, technically rarity degrade if you want to say that. Armageddon Knight is going to be next. So this is just a fantastic card. I'm pretty sure this is hit to 1 right now. This is pretty much good in like any dark deck. So this is a Foolish Burial on legs for dark monsters. It's an amazing, amazing effect, and it's just summon. Normal summon, like special summon, whatever. You just pop its effect off, and I'm pretty sure it's not once per turn. Hence why it's at 1. This is such a good card. And you kind of see, I'll kind of transition to kind of like the Dark Warrior engine because that's potentially what I've been trying to kind of blend into Dark World 2 and kind of have a whole nother separate engine going into it. There's a couple different versions, a lot of different super rare prints, and, you know, Turbo Pack rare, but the best is going to be Phantom Darkness, the original OG super rares. First editions are actually pretty pricey now, if I'm not mistaken. I think the last time I checked on this card, I think they were about like $7 or $6 for the first edition specifically. So no first editions on the first page or the second page. Going to the third page, you see our first editions for about $4-ish plus if you want to factor in shipping. There's a 5 of right here, so it's going to be probably your best choice right there for the original OG Armageddon Knights. And this is really, really important, a really great card. I would always tech in one of these because it's just fantastic for Dark World. Next is going to be Stygion Street Patrol. There's the Duelist Revolution Secret Rares, Super Rare Tin promos. Obviously, these can be your ideal choices. The Secret Rares being from Duelist Revolution, and being, you know, OG Secret Rare. It's going to be a little bit pricier. This is a little bit of a slower card. This is necessarily probably the top choice. I just wanted to feature it again because you can go into rank 4 plays. A lot of amazing rank 4 XYZ monsters with Dark Fiend. Stats aren't really that great. Its effect is a little bit slower, but pretty cool for the special summoning effect. And first editions are about 12 bones, and there's only 1 page left. So this card is going by really, really quick. Next is going to be Dark Grepher. So kind of similar to Armageddon Knight, but you can kind of do a 2 for 2 or a 1 for 2. There is an amazing print here from Dual Eternal 6. The Secret Rares are from Phantom Darkness. This first edition, this card is a collector's card, amazing card. You know, Dark Warrior engine card, a really key card, really cool artwork. It's really expensive. I'm not really going to go into that because they are super pricey. The first edition supers are really nice too. So I'm kind of bent between either getting a Dual Eternal 6 or a first edition super rare. So I'm not really sure. Really quickly, let's go ahead and just look. I guess there's a Turbo Pack Ultra, which is kind of cool. But I would honestly go for the original print first editions. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this a... Okay, no. So this is a special edition promo. So I kind of changed my mind. Those don't come first edition. So I really don't know. I would say definitely if you can't get the very pricey first edition Secret Rares, I would definitely go with the Dual Eternal 6 commons. But this is really nice too, in ultra rare. And again, I don't like ultra rares, but this is Turbo Pack ultra rare, so it's a little bit nicer. It's kind of expensive though. It's like $7-10. So yeah, I would definitely say Dual Eternal 6 would be the best version, best bang for your buck right now for this card. Really great dual terminal foiling, and pretty affordable. It's like $2-ish, $3, and there's 3+ pages. So I would definitely check that out. Next is going to be, it's going to load Gorz Emissary of Darkness. So this is just an old school hand trap. I featured this in a couple videos a while back. Ghost Rare is pretty expensive right now. There's a plethora of secret rares, ultra rare manga promo. So this is pretty cool. I mean, everyone kind of knows what Gorz is. If you guys don't know, maybe you guys don't. This hasn't been played in years. It's like a really, really old school hand trap, but it's just a dark level 7, I believe, and it's a fiend. So pretty great support there. Next is going to be Goblin King. So this actually came out of as a common from the actual structure deck itself, Gates of the Underworld. There is an original version common, which I can't remember where it's from. So 3 different versions, and Ancient Sanctuary is going to be the original print. It's actually a really cool card, level 1 Dark Fiend. Effect is pretty cool, a little bit slower, but really cool effect. Interesting artwork. See if you can find some first editions. First editions are going to be about 18 cents. Then you got to factor in shipping, and there's 5 pages of this. So really cool option there. Next card is going to be Phantom Chaos. There's a really cool secret rare reprint of this card that looks really, really nice, starting from Legendary Collections too. I guess maybe Gladiator's Assault. These are all reprint sets, so I don't really know where its original one. I guess it came as... It'd be really strange if it really was just if the original print was a super rare special edition promo from Gladiator Assault, but that looks like the oldest print that's here right now. But the best one is obviously going to be the Legendary Collections 2. Secret Rare as the highest rarity. Here's a really cool effect. It's not going to, for some reason, TCG Player is like messed up for Legendary Collection 2 stuff. I did this in my other video where I specifically showcased this set. It does not show the effect, but this is really cool artwork. Level 4 Dark Fiend. It's got a cool effect. Basically got like a copycat effect for effects. And it removes one, and first editions are going to be about 2 bones plus shipping. 5+ pages of this. Really quickly, I'm just going to go do a different version, so you can pause the video if you guys want, if you guys are curious for the fact. This is a pretty old, obscure card. Not a lot of people really know or talk about this card anymore. It's been years since it's seen really any real play, but here it is right here. You can pause the video if you want to read its effect for the actual card text. Next card is going to be Mothman, Danger Mothman. So this is the Prismatic Secret Rares. I think it came super rare originally, or I can't remember, but this is the best rarity, Prismatic Secret Rare from the Gold Sarkotins 2019. These are pretty pricey. Their first editions are going up to about $3+, and there's 5 pages left of this. I really need to pick up some copies of this. This is a Dark World Dealings on legs. Really cool artwork, and this is just a perfect card for Dark World. I also play it in my Shaddoll blends as well. It's really great. Next card is going to be Tragoedia. So this, I actually forgot about this. This is another hand trap that I think my last video, or not my last video was about fusions and stuff. The video before that, I did a video specifically showcasing as much hand traps as I could think of. I actually left out Tragoedia. Tragoedia is like a really old school favorite hand trap of mine. Ultimate Rares, really quick, because the Ultimate Rares are kind of like at an uncomfortable price where you don't want to spend the money to get them, but at the same time, you know, because it's an Ultimate Rare, and it's a really good Ultimate Rare. I love this effect. This card has like 3 different effects, and it has amazing artwork. It looks really, really nice, especially in the Ultimate Rare. Starts off at about 32-ish bones, and then quickly goes up after that. But it's like, you know, it's going to go up, so like you want to get it. So if you have the money, I would definitely recommend getting this, because this is the highest rarity. It's a gorgeous Ultimate Rare. I mean, all Ultimate Rares are pretty cool, but there's just some Ultimate Rare cards that just look like total garbage, even though they are Ultimate Rares. This is definitely not the case with Tragoedia. This looks amazing. But if you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on one piece of cardboard, you can go over and get the Ultra Rare Shonen Jump promos, which are like dirt cheap right now. And these are still very, very, very nice. For the longest time, these were actually pretty expensive, pretty hard to get. Back in the day, Tragoedia was a well played card, just like Gores was back in the day. Here's Gores right here. And these are literally like across the board, all like under $1. And then they jump for like 2. There's 3+ pages. So if you guys don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on the Ultra Rares, I definitely recommend this. Now, granted, it is just an Ultra Rare, but still. Tragoedia is one of those cards that actually looks really, really good in Ultra Rare just because of the coloring of the card. And again, it's a Shonen Jump magazine promo, so that is a little bit like lies on the higher scale as it comes to Ultra Rares. Next is going to be Trance Archfiend. Original print came from Order of Chaos. I guess it was a solo print for the longest time, but I guess it got another common reprint from Pendulum Domination. So let's go ahead and find. They really need to make a secret rare of this. Like, this card's slower, but it's got a double effect for Dark World. You can pitch one, and then you can recycle one when it gets sent to the grave from the removal pile. And it's got fantastic artwork, and I think this will look so good in Secret Rare. It's really sad this doesn't even have a hollow foil right now. First edition is going to be about 15 cents, and there's here 36 of from right here, Stratton cards. 36 of first edition near mint for 15 cents. So there you go. You can buy to your heart's content there. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna have to reload this. All right. So these are gonna be some trap cards. Of course, Dark World's really infamous for turboing through their deck. Reckless Greed is a really great card because you draw so much with Gates and Drag Down and Allurn. You have a lot of draw power, so you really don't mind playing Reckless. You can skip some draw phases. Also, if you set multiple copies of this, you can it doesn't reset. You just skip your 2 phases, so you can actually just draw 2 for free. It's basically a +1 at that point if you activate multiple on the same turn. This is the highest rarity, dawning from Legendary Collection 3 Yugi's World. This is a really, really great. It looks great. And it's about $3-ish. There's a 5 up here. And there's 5 pages left of this. Let's see if the other card loaded. And then Mind Crush. So this is really awesome. There's the Champion Pack 8 Super Rare, which is pretty expensive. Obviously, it's a Champion Pack 8 is ancient and really, really high rarity. But we have ultra rares dawning from Legendary Collection 3, which are really affordable. Again, not a big fan of ultra rare, but when it comes to if you're going to have a common or an ultra rare, obviously I'm going to take the ultra rare. And these are super cheap. Again, Dark World have a lot of cards that allow you to see your opponent's hand, like Drag Down to the Grave. And there's a couple other cards I'm kind of forgetting right now. But this used to be a sided card back in the day when people were playing multiple copies of stuff, which still to the day they still do. This is a really great side card, and it's really great depending on what your opponent's playing. And the Dark World is just really good about ripping your opponent's hand strategies away, and this is just a great card for that. You can see Drag Down right here. First editions are going to be about 2 bones without factoring shipping, and there's 5 pages left for this. Next is going to be Dark Smog. I don't know why this isn't loading. And moving on, I'm going to come back to Dark Smog. Dark World Brainwashing, so I know it's in the name, but this is came out of Code of the Duelist, so a couple steps back, but no one really talks about this card. Everyone kind of forgot about this card. Of course, there is the Mega 10 reprint. Let's go ahead and take a look at the... This is kind of hard to pull off, I'm not going to lie. I love the artwork. I think this is like Raikou from Lightsworn or something. It's got graphic on like the misty background a bit. It's really cool. Amazing artwork. Unfortunately, this is only a common, which is kind of sad, but it's got a really killer effect. It's just kind of hard to pull off. And, but yeah, when you die, I haven't experimented too much with this card, but I really want to try to experiment with this card. I wouldn't play more than one of this card. It's definitely a one of, but it's really good. Not quite as good as Dark Smog, I don't think, but it's still really good to kind of experiment with, and super cheap. It's like a dime, 29 on first edition near mint. And let's see if Dark Smog is still loading. Moving on to, I don't know why, Forces of Darkness. This is just an old school trap card. It's basically like a salvage for your Dark World monsters. You select 2 Dark World monsters from the graveyard, put them back in your hand. It's a normal trap card. I don't know why it's not coming up. It's giving me like Necros and stuff, so it's really strange. So it's also came in the structure deck as a common, and I don't remember, like I think Elemental Energy or something. I don't really remember what was like the original version of that card. It came out of obviously a booster core set originally. Alright, moving on here. So all the viral cards. So this is really cool. I always forget about this card. Grinning Grave Virus. This is a Soul Print super rare from Layer Darkness. This is definitely part of the Virus family, and it's got really cool artwork. It's really cool. It's a solo print. Still super, super cheap. 5+ pages. It's like under a quarter. And yeah, I just wanted to say that really quick. Virus. I want to look at the Virus cards, because again, depending if you're playing the layer build blending of the Dark World, or you just have, Grapha in general, or some of the other bigger Dark World monsters, you can play some pretty nasty stuff against your opponent. Not too long ago, I reviewed all the virus stuff, so I'm not going to go too in detail. Radical Epidemic Virus is my favorite. You can just blow out all magics or blow out all traps. Of course, there's an alternate version of Deck Devastation Virus. These have amazing artwork. I love their names. And there's also, what was the one from Raging Tempest? It was the Shadow something. Full Force Shadow. This is great too. And of course, you have Grinning Grave. So I just wanted to showcase these really quick, just so you guys know. There's plenty of options with the virus cards, and they all do a variance of different things. So it's pretty great. What was this supposed to be? Sorry, my tabs are not working on me. Okay, so Dark Smog. So this is actually a Dark World card. You can see, I think it's gold in the background here. And again, this is kind of just like a knockoff of Dark World Brainwashing, or this is the original because it came first from Photon Shockwave. This is a secret rare from Photon Shockwave. You don't even have to use this in Dark World. This card is good alone on its own merit. It's a continuous trap card, so you can activate in your turn, use effect in your turn, and your opponent's turn, do some disruption by activating on their turn. Remove some cards, kind of juggle things around. It's really, really great. Obviously, you see all the Dark World cards being featured because it's naturally a Dark World card. But you can definitely change it up if you're running Fiend decks to kind of do some disruption. And this used to be really, really cheap. It's still pretty cheap for what it is. First editions are going to be about $1.50 without shipping. And yeah, they're like about $1.50. And there's 5+ pages of this. So this is a really, really great card. Amazing artwork, old school secret rare. Alright, so magic cards. Moving on here. Drag Down to the Grave. Of course, the infamous setup: 3 gates, 3 Dark World dealings, and 3 drag down to the grave. But some people kind of forget about this card because it's not specifically like kind of pertain to Dark World, but people always run it. This is like Dark World is one of the only decks that really runs this card. I personally run this card sometimes in my Shaddoll builds for the pitch effect and the draw power, and kind of just being able to see your opponent's resources, try to disrupt their hand. The only holo print we have is a super rare from Legendary Collections 3, which is an amazing set. I would definitely check that out. It's a super rare. We're going to come back to that because it looks like it's still loading. Of course, Allure of Darkness. So I don't know if this is going to like take forever, but Allure of Darkness, this has always been a money card. Doesn't matter if you have a common or an ultimate rare, they're all worth money. This is such a great card to invest in. It's been reprinted to hell, but still to this merit, like the day, it still holds value, and it really amazes me. When Dark Saviors came out, I bought like just tons and tons of these for $2 each, and now they're like $4 or $5. I knew that investment was going to slowly trick up over time, just because Lord of Darkness is such a great generic draw power card. So super rare, drag down, first editions are, and this is going up. This is pretty going up a nice high in price, already going about $6 for unlimited, which is pretty impressive. Yeah, then $6 for first editions. There's 6 of here, and there's 4 pages of that. Lure of Darkness looks like it's still loading. These are the other cards I was talking about specifically for the engine for your level 8s. There's Advanced Draw. My personal favorite is probably the 2010 tin promos. There's also another solo super rare print here. There's a higher rarity here from Legendary Collections 5D, which is really nice too. All these are really cheap. So this would ideally be the best because of the highest rarity. But again, I really just don't like ultra rare. And out of these 2 super rare choices, this one's a lot older and it's a lot harder to get. And I kind of just like the coloring better on this. So I would definitely go with this, and it's super cheap. Again, this is kind of like the turbo engine. And then there's trade-in as well. Trade-in all across the board is pretty pricey too. This is so unfortunate when it does this. I really wish that it would just do what it's supposed to do. But anyway, again, so if you have any like version of Allure of Darkness, you sell it, make some money. It's pretty great. It's always holding good value, and when you buy it in bulk, it's pretty legendary. Alright, so Allure of Darkness, you can see right here, and this is back at 3 again, but back at full power. Ultimate rares are like ungodly expensive. You have the ultra rare first edition Phantom Darkness. You have the Raging Battle super rare. You have the Dark Savior super rare. You have the Destiny Soldier super rare. And you have all these other commons. Again, even you look here, it's about $2 for the Shaddoll Showdown. It's just another common card that's worth a little bit of change. So I really recommend investing in that. That is definitely going to go up that structure deck. I personally invested in at least about 2 cases, or almost 3 cases now, of that first edition sealed. Okay, so okay, so Allure of Darkness. Why did I do Allure of Darkness twice? What was the other card that I was going to show? I can't remember. Anyway, alright, moving on. So True Guide to the Underworld. True Guide to the Underworld came back to 1. This is like one of those ultimate anime girl collector cards as well. Obviously, you have the Ultimate Rare, which is really amazing, and the original print Secret Rares from Extreme Victory, which are really great. You have the 10 Super Rares. And another card I think is going to be a really great collector's card is going to be Two or Bust, the first edition original prints from Order of Chaos, which I kind of want to go into here in a little bit because I'm kind of curious what their price point is. There's Dual Sagas as well, which are really great. This card came to 2. And it's just, if you have room for it, it's pretty great. You can do this combo where you remove stuff with gates. You bust this out. You bust out a Brow or another Tour Guide or a plethora of these other level 3s I'm going to show you here. Go for Levier Dragon and, special summon a Snow or a Brow. Bounce it back. A special summon Graph. That's like an old school combo that, it's been used since the ages of the dawning genesis of the structure deck. So really quickly, my favorite rarity is going to be the Extreme Victory Secret Rares. These are pretty pricey now. This is definitely becoming a collector's card. On artwork alone, this is definitely a fan favorite deck. I love this card. Like, I love Tour Guide so much. I got Tour Guide tattooed on my left arm. That's how much of a nerd I am. That's how much I love Tour Guide and just respect Tour Guide. And it's just an awesome old school card. And it's about 33. The first editions are about 34. And there's 2 pages left, so really not a whole lot of options there. But there's tons of great prints of this. Again, the Dual Sagas are really cheap, and they're a really nice rarity. So You know, if you don't want to go for these ungodly expensive secrets or ultimates, this is a definitely healthy alternative. I really do like the super rares as well, the 10 super rares. They're kind of cheapo, but they're pretty nice. I like them. I like super rare stuff for the most part. So all I'm gonna say about that. Moving on to some other options. There's Archfiend Harris, both rares. This is from Light of Judgment. Really quickly, I click on this, you can see the effect. So this is just played as a tour guide target to summon either deck or pitch or whatever to do a search. So just a pretty great card in general. Super cheap again because it's just a rare, and only 3 pages left of this. First edition is going to be about 75 cents. Next card is going to be OG Sangan. So this card got errated. You used to be able to get its effect when you pitched it from an XYZ material, but that doesn't really happen anymore. That page is taking forever to load, so I'm going to switch over to one of the last level 3s that I'm going to feature here. Is actually going to be a Bernie Abyss card, which is going to be Scarum. There's these craft rares. I think it's just like a rare. Rare looks pretty nice, but super rares are pretty nice from Astral Pack 7. These are going to be the ideal choices. And this is another tour guide target that you can play. Really cool artwork. Wanting to build Burning Abyss. I've been trying to get around to it. I really respect this deck a lot. I like how it floats. It's really cool. Just, you know, I've been messing around with my other interests. This is about $4-ish, and there's only 3 pages left of this. Let's see if this is gonna work. So Sangan has like tons and tons of rarities. It's really old. Original print was like a rare from Metal Raiders or something. This card is just ancient, but let's see if it's gonna load really quick. My personal favorites is there's a secret rare from Legendary Collections 3, which is going up in like crazy value. I personally have the Turbo Pack 6 Ultra Rare, which is really nice. Obviously, the Retro Pack one's seen a lot of play. Dark Legends kind of interesting. The gold's pretty cool too. All across the board, this card is just old, collectible, and it's a really cool artwork too. And just there's so much history behind this card. Like I mean, even the original Metal Raiders. Where is the Metal Raiders? The Metal Raiders right here. First editions are nice too. Personally, I've yet to get one because they're pretty expensive now, but I really favor the first edition secret rares. I believe that's it. All right, that is it. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. This has been a showcasing by the White Mexican, and I will see you in the next video.